Into turn number 3 they'll come. We are going green this time by Nilgard, and Hansen will lead them. We're about to kick off 2022 here at the Clay County Fair Speedway, and we're underway.
Feel the rock, the Hodges on down the front straightaway down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Zach Norgard right to the race lead. Working up 2 and 3 wide. Oh boy, hang tight. Here comes that 20 of Braden Ehlers out of Slayton, Minnesota. Down to the inside. They'll race down into turn number 3 and 4. Look at this 2 and 3 wide action as they come to the first lap of the 2022 season.
Zach Nilgard's going to lead lap 1. Braden Ehlers that second place spot. Bowmeister and Sharn battling for that 3rd and 4th place as Kleinsma slides away up the track, almost off the track in turn number 2. Still going to keep it straight. Bowmeister now battling for that 2nd place spot. Here comes a 9 car, Matthew Luft, through the bottom side of the racetrack, side by side with Sharn, and give the 81 car Bowmeister 2nd place.
Bowmeister up to 2nd, 4 heat races. Everybody moving on. Top 3 going to redraw for the 12 starting spots. Oh, the 17. That's a Sharn's around. That's going to let defending Friesen Performance Northern SportMod national champion, the 9, the Sway City Outlaw, up into the number 4 spot. Caution is out. Yellow is out for the 17S of Braden Sharn out of Sac City.
Sharn able to get back under power there and will rejoin the field.
4 heat races. Everybody, of course, tonight drew for their starting spot when they checked in. With 4 heat races, the top 3 will redraw to see who starts in the top 12 positions come feature time tonight as they get ready to come to the C's Liquor restart zone. The green's up and we're back underway.
Great restart from the 81 at Jared Bowmeister. Now looking at the inside of Zach Nilgard in the 14Z through turns 1 and 2. Bowmeister slight advantage now off at turn number 2. Nilgard battles back on the top side. Luft up to that 3rd place position now in the number 9 car. Putting Braden Ehlers back to 4th. Pretty joint, both side by side with him. Battle for the race lead now as they come into 1.
Great battle for the 1-2 spot down into turn number 1 and 2. Jared Bowmeister down to the bottom side. Zach Norgard from right here in Spencer working up there in the number 1 spot. Now Matt Luft in the 9 car has worked on into the number 3 position. They'll hurry down into turn number 3 and 4. 8 laps the distance in your heat races tonight for your Northern SportMods. Norgard has led them all.
As he still leads, Bowmeister still trying to find a line on the bottom side to try to get around the 14Z. Luft watching the battle unfold right in front of him, trying to gain some advantage as well as Brady Joint and Brandon Ehlers are battle back behind him down into turn at number 3 as we still come. Nilgard still with the race lead. Here comes Bowmeister.
Down the front straightaway, everything still staying the same up front. I know Jared Bowmeister would like to see that not be the same as he looks to the inside of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. The 81, the Minnesota racer, down into turn number 3. Norgard on the top side. This time they hustle off at turn number 4. 7 down, 1 to go. It is the white flag. Your former Saving Bank of Astoria white flag is waving.
Nilgard still with the race lead. Matt Luft to the back bumper for a split second of the 81 car. Bowmeister trying to mount the last chance at bats here as he's coming into turn number 3. Nilgard protects the bottom side as they come through 3 and 4. And Bowmeister will not be able to get the pass. It will be Nilgard taking home the heat race win. Bowmeister in 2nd. Luft in 3rd. Braden Ehlers in 4th. Your top 5 going to Brady Joints.
So heat race number 1 in the book. Going to row number 3, it is Nate Whitehurst out of Mason City, Iowa, the 49, and Colby Fett from Algona, the 00.
Your 4th and final row, the 08 of Colby Fett Alec Fett, to the inside of the outside. Cole Fensky in the 34F. 8 laps of distance here on heat race number 2 of 4. Green this time. And heat race number 2 is underway.
Down the front straightaway, Cam Reimers with a big run down into turn number 1, going to get the hold shot. Down into turn 1 off of 2. Oh boy, Fett will get high on the racetrack. Now look at this. Here comes Carter Vandenberg out of Oskaloosa, Iowa in the 7V car. Vandenberg on the bottom side, working Kleensma in the OK one stop, number 01. Battle for the number 2 position down to the east end here in Spencer. It's still Reimers, but what a great battle for 2nd.
Nate Whitehurst right behind them as Alyssa Palsrocks moves into that top 5. Here comes 00 of Colby Fett to her outside as they come into turns 3 and 4. Cam Reimers, though, almost a straightaway advantage of the 21 car as Kleinsma still under attack from the 70 of Carter Vandenberg.
Vandenberg down on the bottom of the racetrack, working Kleensma there in the 0-1. They're side by side for the number 2 spot down into turn number 3. Vandenberg on the bottom, Kleensma on the outside. Here comes Fett working on Whitehurst off of turn number 4. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now 6 and 7 are up for grabs as here comes Kolfinski, the paper boy, trying to make a delivery.
Great door-to-door racing here in heat race number 2 as Vandenberg still working to the inside of Kleinsma. They come into turn 3. Kleinsma slides up the track just a little bit. Vandenberg looks like he's got a better run, has to check up to avoid contact. Kleinsma still holds that second spot. Nate Whitehurst keeping Colby Fett behind him. Colby hits the high side now as they work through turns 1 and 2.
Down the back straightaway, they'll handle him, put him in a boxcar formation. Cam Reimer's gone by about 10 car lengths, looking to put this one in the bag. Reimer's out front out of Kelly, but back again is Carter Vandenberg out of Oskaloosa. He'll look to the inside of the racetrack. Kleensma up on the top side. Kleensma's going to bobble, let the car drive up the hill. Boom, bang, got him! Down the back straightaway, Vandenberg out of Oski up to the number 2 spot.
Vandenberg up to 2. Kleinsma going to try to mount an attack. Oh, pushes the car up the hill. Cannot do so as here comes the 49 of Whitehurst right behind them. Kleinsma still to the back bumper of the 7V machine. Cam Reimers, though, checked out of this heat race, Jerry, as he's going to see the white flag this time by.
You've got one circuit remaining here at Spencer for your Friesen Performance, Rabel Construction, Northern Sportmods. 1 to go for the 21 machine of Cam Reimers. Reimers out of Kelly, Iowa, out front, hauling the mail down the back straightaway. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to make this one look very simple. It is off of 4, Cam Reimers with the win. Second, and it's a long distance call back, will be Carter Vandenberg. Kleensma there in the number 2-3 spot. Fett and Whitehurst, your top 4. It's going to be 3 heat races of Sportmods. The top 4 are going to be redrawing for their positions.
Going to be Austin Fox out of Spencer, the 11F car. Justin Raymond from Burt, Iowa, in the 5J right beside him.
Going to road number 3, it'll be the 1J of John Foreman out of Hospers, Iowa. The 79W's Bill Wagner out of Armstrong.
Your 4th and final row out of Alta, Iowa, Dylan Haller, 24H, and out of Boyd, the 45D of Dylan Rex.
Here we go, 8 laps of distance for 3rd and final heat racing. Come down the green flag. That Emmetsburg collision, green flag waving, and it's going to be that 5 machine. The 5J of Justin Raymond out of Burt, right to the race lead with a nifty move down to the east end of the racetrack. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for second now, just like in the last heat race. Leaders taking and running and hiding, but battle for second's a Jim Dandy.
John Foreman and Dylan Ricks doing battle. Oh, Foreman gets sideways and goes around in turn 2. Drivers good heads-up driving as they will miss him. Dylan Ricks into that second place spot, the 45D machine. As 79W Bill Wagner goes to work on the 11F of Fox. Ricks all by him lonesome in that second place spot. As 5 cars still with your race lead, caution comes out.
Austin Fox from right here in Spencer sitting 3rd, and your 4th and final redraw car right now is that 79W of Bill Wagner. Caution lights are coming off. They come to the Sea Slicker restart zone in turn number 4. Green's up. Here we go. Man, what a run by Ricks to the bottom side. Dylan Ricks down to the bottom of that green, and white 45. White Castles are down off of 2. Put the 5J of Justin Raymond back into the number 2 spot. We'll see what happens. Car around in 1. Keep her moving. Thank you. Off with turn number 4. Another lap winds down for your new race leader, Dylan Ricks.
Ricks with the race lead, puts Raymond right behind him. Austin Fox still running in that 3rd place spot. The 23-year pole sitter, Matt Spees, looking to get around Fox now as they come off turn number 2. Side by side for position down into turn number 3. Dylan Ricks starting to check out now in that 45D machine.
Down the front straightaway, still out front, that 45D of Ricks. Now the battle for the redraw spot. That 11F of Austin Fox has got it. Oh, to the tilt the world goes. The 23 Fox drives off the top of turn number 2. Apparently there's a drive-through window at the Casey's. He's looking for a slice of pizza. See if he keeps her moving. It's still Rick out front, your race leader. They'll hurry on down the back straightaway to the caution flag. Caution is out. Your Bud Service caution flag back out for the 11F of Austin Fox. So once they hit the C's Liquor restart zone, it'll be on like Donkey Kong. And your race leader is at 45D. Came from the outhouse to the White House from 8th to 1st. Dylan Ricks out of Boynton, Iowa.
As they'll hit the restart zone, Green will come back out in the air. Good start from Justin Raymond as he tries to pull side by side with Ricks. Ricks had almost a straightaway advantage, and that gone after the caution now. Raymond to the inside, Ricks up top. As Bill Wagner all by his lonesome there in that third place spot. Ricks now tries to take the advantage a little bit further in that 45D machine as they come now down past the flag stand. Ricks still in the lead.
Green flag out of the air, 2 to go. Ricks your leader. There you see that 5J of Raymond trying to utilize some moisture on the bottom side to make a move work. Didn't quite get it that time. Bill Wagner back there in the number 3 spot. Coming off of turn number 4 this time, it'll be the Farmers Saving a Bank of Pastoria. White flag and 1 to go.
1 to go for the young driver out of Boynton, Iowa in the 45D machine. Jensen still trying to run the bottom, cannot find any bite. Down into turn number 3 and 4 now. Checkered flag will fly this time by. Your big iron checkered flag will go to Dylan Ricks out of Boynton, Iowa in the 45D machine. Justin Raymond, in that second place spot. Bill Wagner in third, Halder in fourth, and the 20 of Roma Ort in that 5th place spot.
Race fans, for the first time this season, I invite you off that seat and get on them feet. You've waited all winter long. It is your Rabel Construction Friesen Performance IMCA Northern SportMod. Amen, and they're on parade for you, the race fan.
Off of turn number 4, next time by drivers, we'll see the Emmitsburg Collision green flag.
Down into turn number 3 and 4, it's time to get radioactive. Matt Loped and Colby Fett gonna bring it within temptations off of turn number 4. The green's out, 18 laps of distance. We're underway. First feature here at Clay County Fair. Working on into turn number 1 and 2. It's gonna be Matt Luft on the bottom. Luft down there. Here comes Fett up around the outside. Carter Vandenberg right there in the 7 feet up to the number 3 spot. Field will race down into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be that 9 machine of Fett downstairs on the bottom. He's going to bring it up and lead lap number 1.
Love to lead lap number 1. Colby Fett, the double zero car, sits in second. As the 7B, Carter Vandenberg, Dylan Ricks, your top 4 off of turn number 2. As we've got cars around every which way but straight in turns 1 and 2, but we'll keep it going. Still lean, mean, and green as a 9 car with your race lead.
Down the front straightaway, it is still Luft right there. Matt Luft right there with the race lead. Fett was looking. Meanwhile, deep in the field, the race is for 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Here comes the 21 of Cam Reimers. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. That's your action on the Speedway. Reimers the 5th near the 21. You've got the 5 machine right in there with them. That's going to be the 5J. As they hustle on in there, Bill Wagner. Now the battle for third. Here comes the 45 machine. 45 of Rick there on the outside, looking for the race for third. Down the front straightaway off of turn 4. Carter Vandenberg on the bottom side. Dylan Rick on the outside.
Dylan Ricks will take over that 3rd place spot and now hit the bottom side of the racetrack off of turn number 2. Still battling for position deeper on in the field. The 5J of Justin Raymond now going to work on Cam Reimers, the 21 car. Colby Fett still trying to find a way to pull up to side by side with Matt Loaf. And great racing all throughout the field here, Jerry.
They'll hurry off at 2 and on the back straightaway. Loaf there, your leader. Fett working second. Ricks is third. Now, there is your battle. The 1 machine. of Justin Kleensma. Kleensma down to the bottom side. Bouwmeester up on the outside, working there in the 81 car. Put him into the number 5 spot as they thunder down the back straightaway. Cam Reimer's up into 7th in that 21, but now the battle for the lead. Lap traffic is coming. Matt Loft is your race leader. The 00 of Colby Fett. That kid's quick. We'll watch him as they get off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway.
Down the back straightaway goes a 9-car. Lap traffic looming right in front of your race leaders. Braden Sharn will be the first car in front of the 9 of Matt Loft. Here comes Colby Fett now to the inside. Oh, cannot quite make the pass as they go into turns 1 and 2. Lap traffic going to become a factor here now, Jerry.
It's pick and roll time. You see it. The car that was quicker through lap traffic was the old Sway City Outlaw, as he will put it on in there. Matt Loft up to the race lead. Now Colby Fett has got to get on the bike and ride. Time to pedal that machine back to the rear deck lid of that 9 machine of your race leader. Those 2 cars have got almost a straightaway advantage on them down into turn number 2. Matt Loft right there putting some insurance between himself and Colby Fett.
Oh, Colby Fett getting caught up with the lap car now to the inside of the 23 as they work through turns 3 and 4. Lap traffic looming right in front of your 3rd place runner now, the 45 of Dylan Ricks. Battle for a position though for 4th and 5th off of turn number 4.
They'll hurry it on in down the back straightaway. Matt Loft there working the lead. Fett working 2nd. Ricks, but now Carter Vandenberg to 7B. Jared Bouwmeester in the 81, going to look to the bottom side down into turn number 3 and 4. Battle is on for the number 4 spot. Bouwmeester out of Waseca, Minnesota, working the bottom of the racetrack. Carter Vandenberg out of Oskaloosa, Iowa. Boom, bang, got him. Brings him up for the number 4 spot.
Cam Reimers there as well in the 21 car as Bouwmeester gets around Vandenberg here. Cam Reimers says, okay, it's my turn now as they come down the backstretch now into turn 3. Reimers to the inside of Connor Vandenberg. Will he have the position off of turn number 4? No, Vandenberg will still have it.
Lap traffic once again gonna pester your race leaders down into turn number 3. That 9 machine of Loaf, defending Friesen Performance IMCA Northern SportMod National Champion. Working on in. We've seen him do a little stint in an IMCA stock car this year. Said on Snapchat, I got a fast hot rod this year in the 9 car. Here comes Fett around the outside. Now it's going to be time to snooker. Off a turn 4, green is high. Working on down. Fett coming to the bottom. It's time to win it or wear it.
As Colby Fett now tries to dive underneath of Matt Loaf. Side by side they go as they try to get around the lap cars. As Loaf still with the race lead now to the bottom side of the racetrack. Fett follows in his tire tracks. Gives him a little tap to the back rear bumper as they come past the flag stand. Loaf still your race leader. Fett still trying to find a good line.
Colby Fett trying to get through lap traffic. Matt Loaf gets the first one through and 2 and through them. He does it in grand fashion. Now, clean air out in front of him. Got about a half a track before they get to lap traffic. Down the back, straight away into turn number 3 and 4. It's still Matt Loaf there, your race leader, followed by Fett in 2nd. This time by, there's 2 laps remaining. Down into turn number 2, it'll still be Matt Loaf, your race leader.
Matt Loaf still with the race lead. The white flag going to come out next time by your Farmer Saving Banks white flag. Colby Fett diamonds a corner trying to build some momentum as the white flag will fly. What does Colby Fett have to do to get in front of the 9 car?
Well, here we go. Colby Fett will diamond it off a 2 and out of back straightaway, looking for some gravity and momentum. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Fett's going to go to the top side, grab for the cush. Off of turn number 4, it's going to be Matt Loaf with the win in the 9 car. Colby Fett coming home in 2nd. 3rd will go to Dylan Ricks. 4th to Jared Bouwmeester. And Cam Reimers coming home in the number 5 spot. Dylan Rick after the checkers off the racetrack.
So checkered flag flies. The number 9 of Matt Loaf will go to Victory Lane. Agent N Victory Lane that is presented by Arnold Motor Supply.
You're ready to climb on out of the hot rod, picking up the first win here at the Clay County Fair Speedway. Out of the car, race fans put it together for the old Sway City Outlaw, Matt Loaf. I'll let you get the kissing first. Get that out of the way. Matt, I tell you sent me a Snapchat the other day and said this thing's fast.
Yeah, for the first night out, I'm really happy with it. This thing has a lot of traction. It got a little loose towards the middle of the race. I was kind of holding on, but still it's a good run and good way to start the year. Got to thank all the fans for coming. It looks like a packed house. I love this track. It's by far the best one I go to, and just hopefully we can keep the momentum rolling throughout the year.
Walk us through that. I mean, there's a ton of lap traffic. Colby Fett was there with you. You guys went door to door. You'd get through lap traffic faster than he would. He'd have to chase you back down, but man, that was a whale of a race.
Yeah, I mean, these cars are really good. It's pretty much the same as this one. Just try to pick the best liner on the lap cars. I think I could hear him a couple times and saw him once. So just try to hit your marks and keep moving forward.
There you go. Who you want to thank for the win tonight?
I got to thank all my sponsors, my wife for all her help, the kids, my mom up in the stands watching Brindley tonight, Barb watching the other two boys, and Kelly Shryock. These cars are really good, like I said, and everybody who helps us out.
Well, congratulations, Matt. Nice run.
Thank you.
How about a race fans picking up a big trophy tonight? It is Matt Loeb down at Sway City, Iowa, your Sport Mod feature winner.